Every single day, I see their hard-earned money to scammers who promise them UK jobs with visa sponsorship. They pay agents. They pay consultants. They send money to strangers on WhatsApp. And they end up with nothing. No job. No visa. No refund. Just regret. And the most painful part? The UK jobs with genuine visa sponsorship actually exist. The system is real. The pathway is legal. You just need to know how it actually works and how to find the legitimate opportunities without getting scammed in the process. That is exactly what this video is about. By the time we finish today, you will know exactly how UK visa sponsorship works, which sectors are genuinely hiring from overseas right now, where to find verified jobs from licensed sponsors, what to put in your application, and the red flags that separate a real opportunity from a scam designed to steal your money. This is the most important video I have made for anyone trying to get to the UK through work. Watch it from start to finish. This is Social and Travels. Welcome back to Social and Travels, everybody. And if you're joining us for the first time, I am so glad you found this channel, because what we do here is give you real, accurate, up-to-date information about travel and immigration that you can actually use. Today's topic has been one of the most requested on this channel for months. The United Kingdom remains one of the most desirable destinations in the world for Nigerian professionals. The NHS, the financial sector, the tech industry, world-class universities, English as the primary language, a pathway to permanent residency and eventually citizenship. The UK has a lot to offer, but there is also a lot of confusion and a lot of scams surrounding UK visa sponsorship. So today, I am going to give you the full picture. We are going to cover what UK visa sponsorship actually is and how the system works. The 2026 requirements you must know before you apply anywhere. The sectors that are genuinely and actively hiring international workers right now. How to use the UK government's own official tools to find licensed employers. The best job platforms and strategies for finding sponsor roles from Nigeria. How to make your application stand out as an overseas candidate. What the visa process looks like once you have a job offer. And the scam warning signs you must know to protect yourself and your money. No filler. No fluff. Just everything you need. Let us go. Before we talk about how to find a job, you need to deeply understand how UK visa sponsorship actually works, because most people applying from Nigeria do not fully understand the system, and that is why they make costly mistakes. Here is how it works, step by step. In the United Kingdom, if a company wants to hire someone from outside the UK, including from Nigeria, they cannot just do it. They first need to hold something called a sponsor license, issued by the UK Home Office. This license is essentially the UK government saying to that employer, "We have checked you out. You are a legitimate business. You are authorized to hire and sponsor overseas workers." Not every company in the UK has this license. In fact, only a fraction do. But the good news is that the number is significant. As of 2026, over 50,000 UK employers hold an active sponsor license. That is 50,000 companies legally able to hire you and sponsor your visa. Now, when a licensed employer wants to hire you specifically, they issue you what is called a Certificate of Sponsorship, or COS. This is not a physical certificate like a school award. It is actually a reference number, a digital code. Your employer assigns it to you through the Home Office's online system, and it contains all the details of your job, the role, the salary, the start date, the employer's details. Once you have your Certificate of Sponsorship reference number, that is when you can apply for your skilled worker visa. You take that reference number to the UK visa application on the gov.uk website. Fill in your application, pay the visa fee, submit your biometric information at the UK Visa Application Center in Lagos or Abuja, and wait for your visa to be processed. So the entire process flows like this. You find a job at a licensed sponsor company. You go through their interview and selection process. You get a job offer. The company issues you a Certificate of Sponsorship. You use that to apply for your skilled worker visa. You get your visa. You travel to the UK and start work. That is the legitimate system. That is how it actually works. And it is completely free, meaning A genuine UK employer will never ask you to pay them for the certificate of sponsorship. The cost of the sponsorship license is paid by the employer, not by you. I will talk more about this when we get to the scam warning signs. Now, the most important visa route for skilled Nigerians is the UK skilled worker visa, the main pathway used by professionals, graduates, and tradespeople to work legally in the UK. Let me break down the 2026 requirements for this visa. This section is critical. The UK immigration rules have changed significantly over the past 2 years, and a lot of the information circulating in Nigerian WhatsApp groups and on social media is outdated. If you apply based on old information, you will waste time and money on a visa you do not qualify for. Here are the 2026 requirements for the UK skilled worker visa. Requirement 1. A confirmed job offer from a licensed UK sponsor. As I just explained, you must have a job offer, a certificate of sponsorship reference number, and that employer must be on the UK government's official register of licensed sponsors. Without this, there is no application. Requirement 2. The job must be at RQF level 6 or above. This is one of the biggest changes that came into effect from July 22, 2025, and it continues through 2026. RQF level 6 is equivalent to a bachelor's degree level. What this means is that the job itself must be classified at degree level or above. Lower skilled roles, cleaning, retail, general care, that were previously sponsorable are no longer eligible under the standard skilled worker route. There is an important exception called the temporary shortage list. This list contains certain medium-skilled occupations that are still allowed under the skilled worker route despite the RQF level 6 requirement. However, this list is time-limited. The certificate of sponsorship for roles relying on this list must be issued before December 31st, 2026. So for some occupations, this window is closing. Requirement 3. Salary threshold. This is where many people are shocked, so pay close attention. The standard minimum salary for a skilled worker visa in 2026 is £41,700 per year, or the going rate for your specific occupation code, whichever is higher. Not lower, higher. This salary requirement increased from £38,700 in July 2025, and again continued to rise in 2026. What does this mean practically? If your occupation has a going rate of £45,000 per year, your employer must offer you at least £45,000, not just £41,700. The occupation-specific rate always takes precedence when it is higher than the general threshold. However, there are lower salary thresholds for specific groups. If you are a new entrant to the job market, meaning you are in the early stages of your career, typically under 26, or a recent graduate, the threshold is lower at approximately £30,960. If your role is in a shortage occupation or you hold a PhD relevant to your role, reduced thresholds also apply. For healthcare workers, specifically nurses, doctors, care professionals applying through the health and care worker visa route, the minimum salary is £28,300, which is significantly lower than the standard skilled worker threshold. Requirement 4. English language proficiency. Now stricter from January 2026. From January 8, 2026, a new English language requirement came into effect. New skilled worker visa applicants must now demonstrate English at CFR level B2, not B1 as was previously required. This is a higher standard. B2 is the level at which you can understand complex texts, interact with fluency, and produce clear, detailed writing on a range of subjects. The accepted tests include IELTS for UKVI and the Pearson test of English Academic. However, Nigerian applicants have an important exemption here. If you have a degree that was taught and assessed entirely in English, you may be exempt from taking a language test. Given that Nigerian universities deliver education in English, many Nigerian applicants can use their degree certificate as evidence of English proficiency. But confirm this carefully with the specific employer and with the Home Office guidance before assuming you are exempt. Requirement 5. The points-based system. The skilled worker route operates on a points-based system. You need a minimum of 70 points. The mandatory points, 50 points, come from having a job offer from a licensed sponsor, the job being at the right skill level, and meeting the salary threshold. The remaining 20 points come from meeting the English language requirement. If you meet all these criteria, you have your 70 points and you qualify. Requirement 6. Valid passport and immigration history. You must have a valid passport. Any previous immigration violations, overstays, or deceptions in previous visa applications can disqualify you. Now let us talk about the sectors that are genuinely and actively sponsoring overseas workers right now. Because not every industry in the UK is open to international recruitment. Understanding where the real demand is will save you enormous amounts of time. Sector 1, Healthcare. The biggest employer of international workers in the UK. The National Health Service, the NHS, is the single largest employer of internationally recruited workers in the United Kingdom. The NHS employs over 1.5 million people and has tens of thousands of vacancies at any given time. Nigerian healthcare professionals, nurses, doctors, pharmacists, physiotherapists, midwives, and healthcare assistants have been filling these roles in significant numbers for years. The Health and Care Worker Visa is a specific subcategory of the Skilled Worker Visa, designed specifically for this sector, with a lower salary threshold of £28,300. NHS trusts and private healthcare providers across the UK are consistently recruiting from Nigeria and other African countries. If you are a nurse, this is your strongest pathway. The UK is facing a nursing shortage that is not going away anytime soon. Sector 2, Information Technology and Software Development. The UK tech sector, particularly in London, Manchester, Edinburgh, and Bristol, is consistently hiring international talent. Software engineers, data scientists, cybersecurity analysts, cloud architects, DevOps engineers, product managers, and UX designers are in demand. Major tech companies, including many with UK headquarters, as well as financial technology firms in the City of London, actively sponsor overseas candidates. The salary levels in UK tech roles typically exceed the £41,700 threshold comfortably, which makes sponsorship straightforward from a salary compliance perspective. Sector 3, Engineering. Civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, structural engineers, and project engineers are in demand across the UK, particularly for infrastructure projects, energy transition work, and construction. The UK government has committed to significant infrastructure spending, and engineers with relevant qualifications and experience are being recruited internationally. Sector 4, Finance and Accounting. London remains one of the world's top financial centers. Roles in banking, investment management, financial analysis, risk management, actuarial work, and accounting are consistently available for qualified international candidates. Having professional certifications ACCA, CFA, ACA significantly strengthens your profile in this sector. Sector 5, Education, Teaching. There is a consistent shortage of qualified teachers in the UK, particularly in STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, and maths, as well as special education. Qualified teachers from Nigeria with relevant experience can apply through the skilled worker route. Your teaching qualification needs to be assessed for equivalency, but many Nigerian qualified teachers have successfully made this transition. Sector 6, Construction and Architecture. The UK has a housing shortage and major construction needs. Quantity surveyors, civil engineers, architects, site managers, structural engineers, and project managers in construction are among the roles where sponsorship is common. Sector 7, Social Care. While the RQF Level 6 requirement has tightened eligibility for standard social care roles, there are still routes available particularly for qualified senior care workers and those with specialist care qualifications. Check the temporary shortage list on gov.uk to see if your specific role still qualifies before December 2026. The key takeaway here is this. If your profession falls into healthcare, technology, engineering, finance, or education, your chances of finding a legitimate UK sponsor are genuinely strong. If you are in a lower skilled field that does not meet RQF Level 6, the path is significantly harder under current 2026 rules. Now I want to tell you about the single most powerful tool available to you in your UK job search, one that most people do not know exists or do not know how to use. The UK Home Office publishes, on the gov.uk website, a complete, publicly accessible register of every single employer in the United Kingdom that holds an active sponsor license. It is called the Register of Licensed Sponsors for Workers. Let me say that again. The UK government publishes a list, available to anyone on the internet for free, of every company in the UK that is legally authorized to sponsor your visa. Over 50,000 companies are on this list. You can download this list and search it. You can filter by company name, by location, and by the type of sponsorship license they hold. This register is updated regularly, typically monthly, by the Home Office. Here is why this is so powerful. Instead of randomly applying to job adverts and hoping the company is a licensed sponsor, which wastes your time, you can start with this register. You identify companies in your industry that hold a sponsor license. Then you go directly to those companies' careers pages and look for relevant vacancies. You are not wasting time applying to companies that cannot sponsor you, because you have already verified they are licensed before you even look at the job advert. Here is how to access it. Go to gov.uk. Search for Register of Licensed Sponsors Workers. The result will be a page from the UK Visas and Immigration section of the Home Office website. Download the register. It is typically available as a spreadsheet file. Open it and filter by industry type, location, or company name. This one tool, if you use it intelligently, will completely transform your job search. You will stop chasing dead ends and start targeting companies you know have the legal power to hire you. Write this down. gov.uk, Register of Licensed Sponsors Workers. This is your starting point for every single UK job application you make. Beyond the official government register, there are specific job platforms and strategies that are the most effective for finding legitimate UK visa sponsorship opportunities from Nigeria. Let me walk you through each one. Platform 1, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is non-negotiable. It is the most important job search tool for professional roles in the UK, and it is where most UK employers who sponsor international workers post their vacancies. Here is how to use LinkedIn specifically for sponsorship searches. First, set your location preferences to show you are open to UK roles. Then use specific search strings in the job search bar. Instead of just typing your job title, type your job title plus the words visa sponsorship or skilled worker visa or sponsorship available. This filters results to roles where employers have explicitly mentioned sponsorship. Second, follow the LinkedIn pages of companies you have identified from the government sponsor register. Turn on notifications for their job postings. Many sponsored roles are posted and filled quickly, sometimes within 2 weeks, so you need to apply fast. Third, connect directly with HR managers and recruiters at companies you are targeting. A personalized message introducing yourself, not begging, not desperate, but professional and specific, can get you on the radar before a role is even officially posted. Direct outreach on LinkedIn is one of the most underused but most effective strategies for international job seekers. Platform 2, UK Visa Jobs, ukvisajobs.com. This is a dedicated job board specifically for UK roles offering visa sponsorship. All employers listed on this platform are verified as licensed sponsors. You can filter by industry, location, and job type. This saves you enormous time compared to sifting through general job boards where most listings will not offer sponsorship. Platform 3, Indeed UK. Indeed has high volume, meaning many jobs are posted there, but the quality in terms of sponsorship availability is mixed. When searching on Indeed UK, always add visa sponsorship or skilled worker visa to your search terms. Read job descriptions carefully for phrases like "we are a licensed sponsor," "we can consider candidates requiring sponsorship," or "visa sponsorship is available for this role." If these phrases are absent, do not assume sponsorship is available. Contact the employer and ask before investing time in a full application. Platform 4, NHS Jobs, jobs.nhs.uk. If you are in healthcare, this is your dedicated platform. NHS Jobs is the official recruitment portal for the National Health Service and NHS trusts across the UK. Almost every healthcare role posted here is from an organization with an active sponsor license. Search for your specific nursing or healthcare role. filter by NHS trust, and apply directly. Many NHS trusts have international recruitment pages specifically targeting nurses from Nigeria, Ghana, and other African countries. Platform 5. CW Jobs and Tech Jobs Boards. For technology roles specifically, CW Jobs, cwjobs.co.uk, and dedicated tech job boards like TechnoJobs are worth searching. Filter specifically for visa sponsorship available in your search parameters. Platform 6. Direct company career pages. Do not underestimate this. Some of the best opportunities are not on any job board. After identifying companies from the government sponsor register that operate in your sector, go directly to their official website and find their careers or jobs page. Large companies in financial services, technology, engineering, and consulting often have dedicated international recruitment pages or graduate programs that explicitly mention visa sponsorship. Platform 7. Grad Sponsor and similar platforms. Grad Sponsor at Grad Sponsor. The UK is a platform specifically built to connect international candidates with UK licensed sponsors. It aggregates verified sponsorship roles and provides tools to help you identify which employers are most likely to sponsor based on their hiring history. One critical strategy to combine all of these. Cross-reference every company you find on any job board against the Home Office Register of Licensed Sponsors before you invest significant time in an application. If a company is not on the register, they cannot sponsor you, regardless of what their job advert says. Verify first. Apply second. Finding the right job to apply for is one thing. Actually getting hired as an overseas candidate is another. UK employers who sponsor visas take on additional administrative responsibility and cost when they hire someone from abroad. This means you need to make their decision to pick you over a local candidate feel like an obvious, low-risk choice. Here is how to do that. Number 1. Your CV must follow the UK format. This is critical and is one of the most common mistakes Nigerian applicants make. In Nigeria, CVs often include photos, age, state of origin, marital status, and religion. UK CVs include none of these things. A UK format CV is typically 2 pages, professional, and contains only your name and contact information, a short professional summary, your work experience in reverse chronological order, your education and qualifications, and relevant skills. Do not include your photo. Do not include your age. Do not include your nationality. UK employers are legally prohibited from discriminating based on these factors, and including them can make your application look unprofessional and unfamiliar. Tailor your CV for each specific role. Do not send the same CV to 50 different employers. UK employers, particularly those dealing with many applications, will notice immediately if your CV is generic. Use keywords from the job description. Demonstrate specifically how your experience maps to the requirements of that exact role. Number 2. Your cover letter must be targeted and compelling. Many Nigerian applicants skip the cover letter or write a generic one. This is a significant mistake, especially as an international applicant. Your cover letter is where you address the elephant in the room, the fact that you are applying from overseas and will need visa sponsorship. Do not hide this or avoid it. UK employers who are licensed sponsors already know that some applicants will need sponsorship. Be upfront but confident. Briefly mention that you are applying from Nigeria and that you understand the employer is a licensed sponsor. Then spend the rest of the letter demonstrating your skills, your value, your achievements, and why you specifically are the right person for this role. Number 3. Get your qualifications verified. UK employers will want to know that your Nigerian degree or professional qualification is recognized. For most academic degrees, the UK ENIC, which stands for UK European Network of Information Centers, provides official UK equivalency statements for foreign qualifications. Getting an ENIC statement for your degree gives UK employers confidence that your qualification is valid and recognized. This is particularly important for healthcare roles. Nursing qualifications especially must be verified through the Nursing and Midwifery Council before you can work as a nurse in the UK. Number 4. Build a portfolio or evidence file. Whatever your profession, prepare a clear, organized file of evidence of your work and achievements. If you are an engineer, examples of projects. If you are in IT, a portfolio of code or systems you have built. If you are a nurse, evidence of your clinical experience and any specialist training. If you are a teacher, your lesson plans, student outcomes, or any teaching awards. Concrete evidence of what you have done is far more persuasive than simply describing it. Number 5. Network before you need to. The single most effective thing you can do right now, before you even have a specific job you are applying for, is to start building professional connections in your target UK sector on LinkedIn. Connect with people who work at your target companies. Join UK industry groups and professional associations online. Follow UK recruiters who specialize in your field. Comment on posts. Participate in conversations. By the time you are actively applying, you want your name to already be familiar in those circles. Number 6. Apply consistently and track everything. Set a daily or weekly target for applications. Track every application you send, the company name, the role, the date applied, the contact person, and the outcome. Follow up professionally if you have not heard back within 2 weeks. Treat your job search like a project with deadlines and systems, not something you do when you feel like it. Congratulations, you have a job offer. Now what? Let me walk you through exactly what happens next. Step 1. The employer assigns your certificate of sponsorship. Your employer goes into the Home Office's sponsor management system and assigns a certificate of sponsorship specifically to you for the role you have been offered. They will give you a reference number, a long alphanumeric code. Keep this number safe. You will need it to apply for your visa. Step 2. You apply for your skilled worker visa online. Go to gov.uk and find the skilled worker visa application. The entire application is done online. You will need to provide your certificate of sponsorship reference number, your passport details, your personal information, your employment history, your financial information. You must show you can support yourself when you arrive, and your English language evidence. You will also need to pay the visa application fee and the immigration health surcharge. The immigration health surcharge is a fee that gives you access to the NHS during your stay in the UK. As of 2026, this surcharge is approximately £1,035 per year. So for a typical 3-year visa, you are looking at around £3,105 in health surcharge alone, in addition to the visa application fee of approximately £719 for most skilled worker applications. These costs can add up, so budget for them in advance. Some employers, particularly NHS trusts and larger companies, will cover your visa costs as part of your employment package. This is worth discussing with your employer during the negotiation stage. Step 3. Book your biometric appointment. After submitting your online application, you will book an appointment at a UK visa application center in Nigeria, either in Lagos or Abuja. At this appointment, you will submit your biometric information, fingerprints, and a photograph, and hand over your supporting documents, including your passport. Step 4. Wait for a decision. Standard processing time for a skilled worker visa application from outside the UK is approximately 8 weeks. If you pay for the priority service, this comes down to approximately 5 working days. Super priority gives you a decision the next working day, but costs significantly more. Step 5. Travel to the UK. Once your visa is approved, your UK biometric residence permit will be waiting for you to collect upon arrival in the UK. Your visa is your entry clearance. You travel. You collect your BRP. You start work. You are now legally living and working in the United Kingdom. The pathway to permanent residency. After 5 years of legally working in the UK on a skilled worker visa, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain, also known as ILR or permanent residency. This allows you to stay in the UK permanently. After a further year of ILR, you can apply for British citizenship. This is the full pathway from a Nigerian professional sitting in Lagos to a British citizen, and it starts with finding that first legitimate sponsored job. Now we get to the section that I believe could save some of you serious money. Because for every legitimate UK sponsorship opportunity, there are scammers actively targeting Nigerians with fake job offers, fake visa promises, and elaborate schemes designed to take your money. Here are the red flags you must know. Red flag 1. Anyone asking you to pay for visa sponsorship. I cannot say this loudly enough. A legitimate UK employer will never ask you to pay for your certificate of sponsorship or for your visa sponsorship. The cost of holding a sponsor license is paid by the employer. The cost of assigning a certificate of sponsorship is paid by the employer. If anyone, an agent, a recruiter, a UK company representative, is asking you to pay money to secure a UK job with visa sponsorship, they are scamming you. Full stop. Block them and report them. Red flag 2. A job offer that arrives without you applying. If you receive a WhatsApp message, an email, or a Facebook message from someone saying they have found you a UK job and will sponsor your visa, and you never applied for anything, that is not good fortune. That is a scam. No legitimate UK employer sends unsolicited job offers to Nigerians they have never met or interviewed. Red flag 3. Job offers through informal channels. Legitimate UK employers hire through formal recruitment processes, job adverts, interviews, reference checks, formal offer letters on company letterhead. If your job offer came through a WhatsApp group, a Telegram channel, or a Facebook post from someone you do not know, treat it with extreme suspicion. Red flag 4. The company is not on the government sponsor register. Before accepting any job offer that involves visa sponsorship, verify the employer on the UK Home Office Register of Licensed Sponsors. If the company's name does not appear on that register, they cannot sponsor you. It does not matter what their letterhead says. It does not matter how professional their email looks. If they are not on the register, the sponsorship is not real. Red flag 5. Requests for personal documents up front without a formal interview. Be very careful about sharing your passport, your bank statements, your degree certificate, or other personal documents with people you have not verified. Scammers collect these documents for identity theft purposes. Only share personal documents with employers you have independently verified as legitimate. Red flag 6. Guarantees of a visa. No one can guarantee you a UK visa. Not a recruiter, not an agent, not even the employer themselves. The UK Home Office makes the final decision on every visa application. Any person claiming to guarantee your UK visa approval is lying to you. Red flag 7. Too good to be true. If the salary is unusually high for the role described. If the process seems too easy. If you were selected without any meaningful interview. If everything is moving suspiciously fast. Trust your instincts. When something feels wrong, it usually is. What to do if you suspect a scam? Stop all communication immediately. Do not send any money or documents. Report the suspected scam to the UK Home Office. There is a reporting tool on gov.uk. In Nigeria, you can also report to the EFCC or NITA. Warn others in your networks. All right. Let me pull everything together into a clear, actionable plan that you can start working on today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Step 1. Clarify your target role and sector. Before anything else, be clear about what job you are going for in the UK. Your specific job title. The industry. The level of seniority. The more specific you are, the more focused and effective your search will be. Vague goals produce vague results. Step 2. Verify your qualifications. Check whether your Nigerian degree or professional certification is recognized in the UK. Go to the UK ENIC website and get an official equivalency statement. If you are a nurse, go to the Nursing and Midwifery Council website and begin the registration process. Healthcare professionals should do this early. The NMC registration process can take several months. Step 3. Access the Register of Licensed Sponsors. Go to gov.uk right now. Search for Register of Licensed Sponsors Workers. Download the register. Filter it for companies in your target sector. Build a list of 50 to 100 companies in your field that hold active sponsor licenses. These are your target employers. Step 4. Optimize your LinkedIn profile. Set your LinkedIn profile to open to work. Add your target UK job title in your headline. Make sure your experience section clearly demonstrates your skills and achievements, not just job descriptions, but specific results. Connect with UK recruiters and professionals in your target sector. Start engaging with UK industry content. Step 5. Build your UK format CV and cover letter. Rewrite your CV in UK format. No photo, no age, no personal information. 2 pages maximum, achievements focused. Write a strong template cover letter that you can customize for each application, with a clear paragraph addressing your overseas status and your understanding that the employer is a licensed sponsor. Step 6. Begin applying consistently and strategically. Use the platforms I listed: LinkedIn NHS jobs, UK visa jobs, direct company career pages, and apply consistently. Aim for a minimum of 10 to 15 quality, tailored applications per week. Do not spam. Quality over quantity. Track everything in a spreadsheet. Step 7. Prepare for interviews. If you get interview invitations, and you will if you are applying well, prepare thoroughly. Research the company. Know the UK healthcare system if you are a nurse. Know the UK tech landscape if you are in IT. Practice answering competency-based interview questions. But tell me about a time when. Format that UK employers favor. And be ready to professionally address questions about your timeline for relocation and your visa requirements. Step 8. When you have an offer, move quickly. Once you receive a formal job offer, confirm the sponsorship arrangements immediately. Confirm that the employer will assign your certificate of sponsorship. Get everything in writing. Do not give notice at your current Nigerian job until you have a signed contract and your certificate of sponsorship reference number in hand. Then begin your visa application without delay. Let me leave you with this. The UK job market in 2026 is more selective than it has been in recent years. The salary thresholds are higher. The skill level requirements are stricter. The English language requirements are tighter. The UK government is being deliberate about who it allows in through the work visa route. But for the right candidate, for the skilled, qualified, prepared Nigerian professional, the door is absolutely still open. Over 50,000 UK employers are licensed to sponsor your visa. The NHS alone is one of the largest international recruiters of Nigerian healthcare professionals in the world. The tech sector, the engineering sector, the finance sector, they all need skilled people, and they are willing to sponsor the right ones. The difference between the people who make it to the UK through this route and the people who spend years trying and failing, or worse, losing money to scammers, comes down to one thing: preparation. Knowing the system, knowing the rules, knowing where to look, knowing how to present yourself, and knowing what to avoid. You now have that knowledge. Use it. If this video gave you value, please hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second and helps this information reach more Nigerians who need it. Share this video in every group chat and with every friend or family member who is trying to get to the UK through work. And subscribe to Social and Travels with the notification bell on, because we are going to keep making videos like this one. Drop a comment below. I want to know, what is your profession, and which part of today's video was most useful to you? Let me know. I read every comment. This is Social and Travels. Go legal. Go prepared. And I will see you in the next one.